Time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe I.A. Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see, the winners of 7 straight, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Louisiana Tech will kick it off and we'll be underway. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Western Kentucky's offense will take the field first. He's been a story all season long, just continues to impress. The question remains, of all the catches he's made, can he reel in the Heisman Trophy, Jesse?
Well, the games are only going to get bigger because of his success in the first half of the year. His team is winning a lot of games. It's about championship.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Got some work to do here on 2nd and 8 from the 20. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Oh, he's got some space. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. He'll toss it. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
Playing the option meant consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
And he's going to be stopped for a loss. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. The play action fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Bringing it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. They'll operate out of split backs. Hand off from the shotgun. And some room to work. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. He'll Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Wants to throw on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He might want another play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
The Hilltoppers are rolling down the field. They just keep firing. Moves away as he feels pressure. Fires on the move. That's reeled in. It's Brown. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Hilltoppers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moving out to the right. They pick up half of it. Second and 5.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. All right, guys, let's chat about Louisiana Tech. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up, predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. To the air, it's Bullock. Quick strike complete. Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you can make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Florida is down right now inside the swamp, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Gainesville today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to South Carolina. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Leaves it with the back. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short. Up-tempo for the offense. They go to the ground. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained.
Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Off the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Can't hook up on the long throw, and 4th down goes by the boards for this offense. To the air. It's Bullock. Makes the grab. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry up. Out of the gun to give to the back. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quick shuffle pass underneath. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's got him this time. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The quarterback making adjustments. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Lets it fly. Got his man.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Hilltoppers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Got his man downfield. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he...
Touchdown, Hilltoppers! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback, finding the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
That makes the score Louisiana Tech 17, Western Kentucky 7.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Bullock. Firing to the right, complete. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll take it on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Buys a little time. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this guy continues to pour on the stats. That's why he's in the Heisman picture, right? Had over 100 receiving yards last week. He's off to a great start today. Defenses just can't figure this guy.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looking to throw on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Looking for a deep man. Brings it in down the left side. Running free. The 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
And, man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio State. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on second down. Lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready.
Turning it on. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman. Picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already. Heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is.
And that one is picked off in the end zone.
When you get in the red zone, you can see as a defense, you get into your drops really quickly and you get your eyes on the quarterback. And you try to read his eyes and break on the football. It's such tight windows to throw in. Great job by the defender breaking on the ball, creating the interception.
Let's take a second to think about Louisiana Tech. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. to throw. It's Bullock. Quickly complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. The quick out. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got his man quickly. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They've already moved the chains a couple of times on this drive, now out close to midfield. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this guy has been so important to this defense and the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one off.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Powers through the defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now at the end of the first half.
He tries to take the top off. Catch inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Fires downfield. Looking to get it in. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. And the Hilltoppers want to move quickly. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
31, Western Kentucky, 15.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Intent to run out the clock, the quarterback takes a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Hilltoppers will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. The running back made the kick, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quick pass on the fly motion. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage, they took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Safe completion on the screen. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, WKU. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
From the gun, he'll try to throw. Keeps looking downfield. It's caught. The two-pointer is good, and now we have a one-possession game. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. The give from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's got it. To run. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being caught. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown, looking to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback may change this route. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On 4th down, going to the air. On the run, still looking. Makes the catch. It's Bolden. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Great place to start for this offense. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man on the right.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
Finds the tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Dropping back, it's Bullock. He'll take a shot. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on when you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Wants to throw on first down. Buying some time. Finds his big tight end. Turning it up, going airborne. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Pulls it in. It's Sampson.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Hilltoppers have their offense in high gear. On the option. Now the toss. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making checks. Off play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown Toppers. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make it.
Makes a diving catch along the left sideline. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Louisiana Tech, 41. Western Kentucky, 31.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
On that RPO play, I don't hate the decision by the quarterback not to hand it off and throw it deep down in the field. I just don't like the throw. Not an accurate throw. He never got his feet back underneath him after riding the running back and not handing it off. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals to hit that throw because that play was there to be made.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the pitch. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. And the comeback is on.
That's why I love this offense running this option play, because if this running back gets the ball in the perimeter in space, he is so deadly and he's lethal. And he showed you right there. This guy's got a lot of tools.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. of the gun, looking to throw. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive.
Western Kentucky, 37.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quarterback on the keeper. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. The Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Right back to the well. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. Back to pass, it's Bullock. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. That's the end of the period. It's Louisiana Tech holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Fires to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
This guy has a chance to bring home the Heisman Trophy this year because he continues to make plays week in, week out. Doesn't matter who's guarding him, what coverages you play. This guy finds ways to make plays for his offense.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete, out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Stop short of the marker, and they stop with his defense, and they get the ball back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
Offense in an empty set. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads it downfield. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback moving. Fires to the tight end. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Hilltoppers will hustle to the line. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Going to take a shot at this DB. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that's the guy you got to try to avoid when throwing the football. He leads the nation in interception. The dude is an absolute ball hawk. You are asking for something bad to happen when you throw his way, and they're lucky he didn't pick that one.
That falls incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on. Breaks into the open. Running to Green. Touchdown, Western Kentucky. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Back to throw, it's Bullock. Using the quick game. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Power football with the run. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They want that clock to run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Wants to fire on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, going downfield for the big play. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And he's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. And here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Got out of trouble and throws. This time it's complete. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Hilltoppers will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards, and they found him throughout the season. This offense is built on his playmaking ability. This dude is unbelievable. He's unguardable, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy conversation. That's why he's going to be featured today, and hopefully in these later moments in the season when you go win a Heisman.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll toss it. Touchdown, WKU. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
And this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Quick release on the RPO. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Flying out to the left. Past the 20. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown, now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Oh, they're after him. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to... keeping the fourth down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourself a shot to win.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He wants to change this route. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Got some room to run. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? You're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect on them.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.